Just a second. Yeah, in the study class, we have seen the SAP overview, where we discussed about basic business processes and basic two kind of procurements, trading and manufacturing process we have seen. And in addition to that, I have explained you the SAP organizational structure, where we have to define and assign the company code, plan, purchase organization, storage location, and all. So after that, we discussed about three kind of data in SAP MM. One is organizational data, second one is the master data, and the third one is the transactional data. So now we are going to enter into SAP. Now we have to create the entire organizational structure in SAP. So for which, so you just to see here, this is the SAP logon screen. Okay, you are able to see this is the menu. So here you are able to see a couple of options, and you can see here these are simply it's a toolbar. Here you are able to see this is the toolbar, and this will be the menu bar, and this will be the toolbar. You can see here these are the basic few options will be available, and here in menu bar also you are able to see few options. In addition to that, whenever you wanted to execute some transaction, you wanted to create a purchase order, you wanted to create an invoice receipt, or you want to create a material, or you want to create a particular vendor or a customer, like that. So whenever something you want to run or something you want to execute, then this will be the place. So this is the place where actually you are going to enter the transaction. So for every activity you have a transaction in SAP. For every activity, whether it is a small config or it's a big configuration, whatever. So whenever you are something, yes, Ravan.
Srini, can you please show from starting? Okay, can you please close this page and show how you're opening?
Yeah. Actually, this is a different for online server, and it will be different for offline server. That's what. So simply,
Okay.
so see here, if in case if you are going with the offline server, just a second. If in case if you are going with offline server, you are going to have a two options. One is SAP management console. So this is the link, and one more is the SAP logon launchpad. So SAP logon and as well as the SAP management console. You are going to have these two. So if you want to open, so if offline server, so you have to open this console. Okay. Once this console will open, you'll be able to see gray out the status as right now it is in green. So green in the sense which is working. Okay.
Srini, can you please wait 1 minute? I'm reconnecting. Or you'll carry on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, please continue. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, see here, this is the SAP management console. So which originally they are going to install in your laptop. So first of all, if you want to log out to SAP, before that you have to start this management console. So when you open the screen, it will be in a gray option. Okay, it's a gray color. So now it's in green. So when you see a gray color here, you just select this client, right click on this client, and you have to click on start. Okay, after that you have to enter the password. Okay, so they are going to give you user ID and password. The password may be welcome 123 or welcome India 123. It's a common password for all. So you don't change that password. If you change the password, everything again goes wrong. But in real time, it will be different for each and every client. There are its own and a specific and unique credentials. Whereas you are going with the offline server, you have a same password and the same user ID for everyone. So if you are going with right now I'm using offline server, if you are also going with offline server, you are going to have the same user ID, SAP user. Okay, so after that, once this becomes a green color, when you start this application by clicking right side and start, and you are going to click OK, and you are going to give the password, something like that. So when it completely comes green, You can see this is ECC 41, ECC 42. If it is coming green, after that you have to simply minimize the screen, don't close it. Then you can click on your launch pad so that this will be get opened. So after that you just select this one and click on log on. Okay, so I will show you here. Just a second. I'm closing this session. Now you select this one and click on log on. So it will ask user ID and password. So username will be SAP user and the password will be welcome. It's not for a single time. So most of the times it will be like that only. Just a second. One minute. Generally, it will take some time to log in. Hardly it will take 10 minutes. Whereas in online server, you don't have all these console and all. Directly, you will click on this launch pad and then you will click on this login. That's it. Sorry. You can see. Don't change any parameter here. It's a client 800. Then user ID and your password. So wherever you are going to install your SAP, either online or offline, they are going to provide a user ID and password. So then you see here, it will be in actually stars. So have to enter your password. That's it, and then click enter. So it will take to the screen. Okay. So this will be the SAP logon. Okay. Now in online server you will enter user ID and password, but whereas in offline server you have to start the console and then you have to come to SAP launchpad. So here this is the main screen where you have a certain parameter. This is the menu bar, so we don't interact with this menu bar. And here this is the toolbar where you will deal with a few these parameters, and this is the save button. Okay, this you can see this is the first page, previous page, next page, and the last page. So whenever some sort of a transaction you opened, if you want to go into last screen, suppose you have opened one transaction where you are able to have 5 screens. If you want to go with the next so you can click here so that the next screen will appear. If in case if you want to go directly to last screen, so you have to click here. So these are the basic parameters, and this is a if you want to start a new session, you have to click here. These only will use a basic parameters, and I'll tell you these when you are going to run a particular transaction, so that you will get to understand exactly. So this you can see it's a simply log off. And if you want to log off this one, so you have to close this one. When you click here, it will ask to log off. So you will be able to click on that log off. So these are here you are going to enter the transaction. See, these are the basic things. So it doesn't require any sort of nodes and all. So you just remember menu bar, it's a toolbar. So here originally you are going to enter the transaction code. I am going to enter some MK01, which is a transaction which is used to create the vendor master record. So now you see this indicates back. If I want to go back, if I want to cancel, if I want to log off, means in the sense if I want to exit from this position. Okay. So now write down, write down. In SAP, in SAP, in SAP, we have a three kind of data. In SAP, we have three kind of data. In SAP, we have three kind of data. First one, organizational data. Organizational data slash enterprise structure. Organizational data slash enterprise structure. Second one, master data. Master data. Third one, transactional data. Third one, transactional data. These are the different types of SAP data: organizational data or enterprise structure, and master data. Third one is a transactional data. Okay, write down. In SAP, in SAP, in SAP, we can have 6 sessions at a time. In SAP, we can have 6 sessions at a time. So if you open SAP, your log on. Okay. So concurrently, you can work on a 6 sessions. More than that, it is not possible. This is also interview question. How many sessions you are able to open now concurrently? So you can open a 6 new sessions in SAP at a time. We can run. So here, see, this is the one screen now. So I'm going to, I'll go to other. I'll just generate the new session. I will generate the one more session like this. So now I can go with like this. This is the one session. This is other session. This is one more session. Likewise. So concurrently, we can open a 6 new sessions at a time. Next point. Right on. /n 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 is used to open a new session. Open a new session by closing current session. Open a new session by closing current session. So now you see here I'm on MM01 screen, suppose. So currently I have a 6 sessions opened. So this is a create material screen. Now this is not required for me. I want to open some new session, but I'm unable to open. Why? Because still there are 6 sessions are there. So I cannot open 7th session. So what I have to do, I have to close one session and I have to open the new session. At the time, if you want to close the current session and how to open a new session, then you have to enter /n. /n is the transaction used to close the current session and to open the new session. This is what a /n. Okay. Next, /o is used to /o is used to /o is used to open a new session. Open a new session without closing current session. /o is used to open a new session without closing current session. So see here, this is, let us take MM01 screen. I don't want to already I have 3 sessions are open. You can see 1, 2, 3. I wanted to open a new session without closing these 3 sessions. So now I want to open a purchase order screen. Then you have to add /o. When you are going to mention /o, it won't close this current session. So I'm on a create material screen and I am going to enter /o. Then what will happen? It will ask generate. You have to click on generate. Then immediately it will get opened new session. But you can go back to your screen. Means /n is the transaction used to close the current session to open new. And whenever you are going to enter /o, so the current session will never get closed. However, new session will be opened. /o me21n. If you want to open purchase order screen without closing the current session, you have to add /o. Okay. If you want to close the current session and you want to open something other, then what you have to do, now you see, you are in material master screen and immediately You have opened a create purchase order screen. So now I want to close this session. I want to open other transaction. Then /n you have to add some SE16N. Then this purchase order screen will be closed. You can see. You don't see the purchase order screen. However, so this is the table screen. So likewise means /n and /o are the basic transactions. To close the current session and without closing the current session, we are going to open a new sessions. So these are basic transactions. Next, write down SPRO. SPRO is only SPRO is only the transaction. SPRO is only the transaction used for used for customization. Used for customization or or configuration. Configuration. So in entire SAP, irrespective of the modules, SPRO is only the transaction. Whenever you wanted to do some sort of a configuration, you want to configure you are going to create a material. You need to have some parameters, like whenever you are going to save a material, it is going to generate a number. And how to do that configuration? So then immediately you have to enter this SPRO. So for any kind of a configurations which are going to happen in SAP, that is going to be used SPRO. So SPRO is only the transaction will be used for entire customization or doing the configurations. Not only in SAP MM, any module, any functional module, if they are going to do any configuration relevant activities, we are going to use SPRO. So what you have to do, this is the place where originally you are going to enter the transaction SPRO. If you click enter, so then it will get opened. Okay. Next, write down a definition. Client. Client. Commercially, commercially, technically, commercially, technically, client also, client also, an organizational level, client also, an organizational level, and at this level, and at this level, set of tables, set of tables, and set of tables, and master data records, set of tables and master data records are maintained. Set of tables and master data records are maintained. Full stop. It is it is top organizational level. It is a top organizational level in SAP. In SAP, and and it is represented with and it is represented with a 3-digit numeric number, and it is represented with a 3-digit 3-digit numeric number. Full stop. Next point. In standard SAP, in standard SAP, in standard SAP, comma, the existing clients are in standard SAP, comma, the existing clients are, right on first one, 000, 000 in bracket master client. 000 indicates that master client. Next, 001, number 2, 001, which is as same like it's a master client. Number 3, 066, 066. You can write down in bracket early watch client. Early watch client. You just keep arrow mark and write down. This client will be accessed by SAP company. SAP company. Okay. Fourth one, 800. Currently we are using the 800. Okay, 800. You can keep arrow and write down IDES. IDES or training client. IDES or training client in bracket international demonstrational IDES. I for international, D for demonstrational, E for education, S for system. IDES. IDES indicates that international demonstrational education system. So whenever something you want to learn in SAP, you have to take access of 800. Okay, those 000 and 001 are not relevant, but a 066 is a early watch client. So generally, which is going to access by SAP, who are originally designed this application and this tool and all. So they are going to use this client. So in currently, whenever in interview they ask what is your client number, so they wanted to confuse you guys. Sometimes they will understand whether you are a fake or a genuine employee. So if you are going to say my client number is 000 or 066 or 800 like that, so simply they will understand you are a fake and they'll get rejected. So other than these four numbers, you have to tell any number. It's up to your wish. You can tell any number from 000 to 999. So simply you can say 100. 100 is development client, quality also 100 number, and then production also number 100. That's it. Or else you can go with 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. Likewise also you can follow. But if anyone asks what is your client number, you have to tell other than these four numbers. You can tell any number. It starts from 000 to 999. Next point. In real time, comma, basis, 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 which is SAP basis. It's a different module. Okay. In real time, basis people, basis people are consultants. In real time, basis people or consultants will create new clients, will create new clients, and and we will work and we will work on that and we will work on that clients only, and we will work on that clients only. Okay. Next subheading, system landscape. SAP system landscape. Okay. Yeah, you can write down this one. SAP system landscape. Development system, which golden and sandbox. Quality system, production system. Nowadays, not only these three systems in real environment, most of the clients they are using the pre-production system also, pre-production service. When the I mean changes, whatever we moved from development to quality, once the business users are going to test and if they are going to accept the changes, okay, the changes are looks good, what we requested, so we are, I mean, it is working as expected. So if they are going to approve, okay, the particular request, so before going into the production environment, it will go to the pre-production environment. Okay, you can write down SAP system landscape. SPRO means SAP program reference object. Okay, SPRO full name, SAP program reference object. You can write down on the structure. So which is a transaction. Okay, SPRO is simply a T code. Here functional unit testing, and here UAT, user acceptance testing. Okay, subheading, subheading, subheading. SAP MM, SAP MM enterprise structure. SAP MM enterprise structure. SAP MM enterprise structure. Yeah. Under that, write down a definition for company code. Company code. It is a separate accounting department. It is a separate accounting department, or a separate legal entity, separate accounting department, or a separate legal entity. And at this level, and at this level, accounts are maintained by, and at this level, accounts are maintained by finance people, finance people, full stop. Here, 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 business balance sheet, here, business balance sheet, comma, profit and loss statement, profit and loss statement are prepared, at company code level, are prepared at company code level to submit to the to submit to the government government for audit purpose. For audit purpose. So in SAP also the company is nothing but it's a legal entity. So in SAP the company will be created by SAP FI consultant. We will never create any company and all. So SAP FI consultant will create a company under which we are going to set up our organizational structure or hierarchies, purchase organization followed by plant and followed by the storage location. So once the company is configured by the particular FI consultant, there he is going to maintain all GL accounts, general ledger accounts and all. So after that, we are going to get involved and we are going to create our organizational structure. So right now, subheading definition of enterprise structure. Definition of enterprise structure. Okay, subheading that one. Write down. You have to write down the path. So SPRO. So once you enter SPRO, now you have to click enter. So write down arrow. SPRO arrow IMG. IMG means implementation guide. Just SPRO arrow mark IMG arrow mark SPRO arrow mark IMG arrow mark enterprise structure. You can see enterprise structure. So you can see this is the icon. So you have to click here. Right on SPRO IMG enterprise structure arrow definition arrow financial accounting arrow mark, then define company. Define company. Okay, so you can see here, if you want to execute this one, you are able to see these two parameters. So this is like a clock symbol. Okay, so this is execute. We have to click on this symbol. So this is the execute symbol. Unfortunately, if you are going to click on here now, so it will get open the some sort of a documentation which is related to company. So if you go into here, if you maximize this, so what exactly you will understand what exactly SAP in that SAP what exactly company indicates. You are going to be able to see all entire information of a company. Okay, for everything, if you want to know much theoretical lines and all, so you have to click on this documentation. If you want to create this company right now, you have to click here. This is the clock symbol, which is nothing but execution symbol. Okay, we have entered from SPRO and then IMG enterprise structure, under which we come into definition. You can see definition and assignment both are there, but if you want to assign, we have to define first of all. Okay, we came into definition, and then in the definition you see different parameters: logistics general, controlling, sales and distribution, material management, logistics execution, PM, HRM. So these many modules you are able to see. Now you have to create a company. So that is the reason why financial accounting. Then you have to click on define company. Now you are here. So if you go into inside, nothing is there here. So with this, it was ended. So right now we are going to define a company. The path will be SPRO, IMG, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, define a company. Next line, execute. Next line, execute. Execute. Okay. You see here, this is the screen where you are able to see all the existing companies. Now you have to define your company. Okay. So this position indicates if you know some company number. Suppose if I click on position, I know some company which is P001. I entered here. Okay, I entered here. Then you see I came into P001 company. Okay, now you have to create your own company structure. So then write down, click on new entries, click on new entries, write down company. So you have to give some nomenclature here. If you can give 1 2 3 4 5 6 like that, you can give. But what will happen now? When end of the day, whenever you are running the transaction, you are going to run a P2P cycle. You wanted to run some STO scenario, or you want to run some subcontracting scenario, or you want to perform some sort of invoice or a goods movement. If you give some random numbers 91910, some 4567, if you give such kind of numbers, nothing will happen. System will allow us to create with either numeric number or alpha numeric, whatever the characters you are going to do, the system will always will take. But end of the day, you are the person, you are practicing in your own system, you have to remember the names. If you give some other, I mean, a sort of a nomenclature like some P00, company P000, company code P000, plant P000, purchase organization P000, storage location also P000. If you give such kind of a nomenclature, it will be easy for you to remember. Our session will end in 1 minute, so immediately please join. Write down company. Okay, so I am going to create my company B000. Write down company, company name. I am giving BSR Industries. Okay, company. Write down company B000. Company name BSR Industries. Next, write down country.